Hey guys, it's Dave Solturi here. And that was so cringy, but yeah, today I wanted to talk to you guys about finding work in director circles. Now, what do I mean by that? This is the kind of work that you basically wouldn't be able to get access to as an outsider of the voice acting industry. And normally you would already need to have had like a lot of connections to be able to get this kind of work. These are the big token projects that are broadcast on national television and so on and so forth. And for most voice actors who have no clue about the outside part of the industry, this is the only kind of work that they do. But yeah, that's another story. I'd like to break this down into 4 simple steps. 1. Claim. 2. Train. 3. Audition or connect. And 4. Impact. So step 1. Claim. Claim that you are a voice actor first and foremost. And as you do that, the law of attraction takes place, if you're familiar with that. Basically, it's the things that you think of are things that will happen to you. And basically you're going to attract, well, that's the thing. It's like a fake it till you make it kind of thing. That's, in my experience, one of the really effective things. Kept telling people I was a voice actor. When I met directors, I told them with full conviction that I was a voice actor, even though I only had one project in my portfolio, or if I had no projects in my portfolio at all, and I'd only done fan dubs. But that gave them the confidence at least to try, and they at least saw that, oh, this kid is kind of up and coming. He's pretty eager to really give this industry a shot. Let's put him to the test. So yeah, that worked for me, and it was very crucial to make a decision at the very beginning for me. Step 2, train. Very, very important. You need to train as a voice actor, get acting training. You can get that from local community theaters, acting workshops, etc. Dubbing training. By dubbing, I mean the act of syncing your voice to the mouth flaps, so what you see on the screen. This is usually known as ADR, or Automated Dialogue Replacement. And yeah, how do you get training for that when normally you don't get that kind of work? Because you're looking to get into the industry, so you probably have no experience. Now, my quick answer to that is fan dubs. Fan dubs are a great way to start. You're going to get a lot of experience doing that, so that when you get to the real thing, you're going to have a better shot at it. Give yourself a fighting chance. And if there are dubbing workshops available in your area, by all means, give that a shot. As far as I know, a certain studio overseas in the US, they basically have training studio rental periods where you can just grab a script and practice the process of dubbing. Right, but if you don't have that, fan dubs are a great way to start. So that leads us to step 3, which is audition and connect. So by audition, I mean look for the voice acting work first. You can find them on Facebook. I mean, if you really are eager and by this time you have decided to become a voice actor, you will keep looking and you've already identified yourself as a voice actor. And if you run into people who are part of the industry and they like you, they've heard your demo and all these things, there's a good chance that they're going to let you sit in and at the very least observe a voice acting session. And sometimes they will let you try out some characters, just some incidental side characters, to see what you're made of. Otherwise, in my experience, I have been able to find a few major auditions over Facebook. It will take some time. It really will take some time. But in the span of about a year, as a newbie, I found like 2 or 3 major auditions. And so when they came my way, I was very much aware that they existed, and I gave them a shot, and I did not regret anything from then on. So yeah, just keep looking. Yes, you can find them on the internet. If you trained voice acting under a certain voice acting coach or a workshop, chances are that coach kept you in mind. So yeah, chances are that coach is also a certain director at a certain studio, and they could get you for projects like that. And so step 3 is audition and or connect. So what do I mean by connect? Connect is basically connecting. When you're already getting this kind of work, instead of a formal audition. So to give you a scenario, I'm in the booth recording for a project, and suddenly another director knocks on the door, comes into the booth, and says hi to my director, and hi, great, how have you been? And they socialize and all that. And then, in my experience, my director would say, hey, you know what? This is Dave. He's pretty eager to learn. Why don't you try him out? And the other director would be like, sure, if I need a voice actor, I'll give him a shot. And at that point, I would make sure to really connect with the director, look eye to eye, and I would actually project my voice. Now, here's the thing. The moment you come into contact with another director and you're being introduced as a voiceover talent, you are already being assessed for your work ethic and your voice, your vocal quality, and your acting experience. So the moment I see a new director, I make it such that I'm still being normal, I'm still being myself, but like I add just 10% more such that my voice is a little more pronounced and it's like an actual performance. So the director has a pretty good idea of what I'm going to sound like once I get into the recording booth. Yeah, so and I also take out my card. At the start, I didn't have a card, and that was working pretty fine. I try to make a lasting impression with directors, but yeah, I would still now I would take out my card, and the director would be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll let you know. I'll give you a call if I think I have a need for new voice actors." Excuse me. And now that leads us to the final step, which is basically impact, leaving a lasting impression, which is absolutely crucial. So all of the steps 1 to 4 before this one are basically, they're meant for finding voiceover work, voice acting work, dubbing work. But to get consistent return projects from the same directors, you need to leave a lasting impression. I've heard this many times, and I go by this. Like, it is a philosophy for me. The best marketing strategy is an excellent experience. That's it. If you basically blow the mind of your director, so the director calls you, you get to work with this person, and you basically deliver the goods, not just the basics, but you really, really nail it and give them a positive experience, they're gonna remember you. Now, if you show the director that you are very eager to learn and you basically arrive early instead of just on time, and show your work ethic and show your teachability, that you're willing to take a few risks here and there, and you give your director all the trust that you can give, then there's a good chance that the director is going to have a very positive experience and a lasting impression of you. Here's the thing. It goes two ways. It's either you leave a director an extremely positive experience, or if you leave them with a negative experience, they're going to tell all the other directors in the circle that, hey, don't pick, say, Dave. Don't pick Dave because he's always problematic, because of so on and so forth. You get blacklisted, in other words. So it is very crucial that you protect your reputation by leaving a positive experience, and this will give you recurring voice acting work. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot. Once this goes on YouTube, please like it, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Take care, have a great day, and mabuhay!